Oh, hey, Pineapple, I'm sending you a text message. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to let people know that I finally finished the second part to this story, but I don't know if very many people saw that it was available. I don't know what's going on with my social media algorithm, but I appreciate you for being here. Yeah, pineapple. It's like I don't know if somebody just gave these young ladies this business or if they're running it on behalf of somebody or something. I don't know, but it's no wonder the shit is in the condition is in. Hello, who else is here? Please say hello. I don't know. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Yeah, I'm gonna have to pineapple. I can't pay nobody for exposure right now. Um, I can only ask. I can only ask politely. Oh, I'm happy to hear that, Kathy. But I'll definitely figure something out, pineapple for sure. Just back to the drawing board, It gets frustrating. I'm okay, Kathy. Hanging on, holding on, and hanging in. Or an ad on IG, Facebook is not expensive. I'm gonna have to look into it and see. I'm just trying to crack this. I'm just trying to crack this, whatever this code is, pineapple. And I feel like I'm close, but I just don't know. I'm trying. Kathy, I've got part two of the telephone book available for free ebook download. I don't know if you were aware of that or not. I've been trying to let people know about it. This is kind of an impromptu, just a little impromptu live that we have going on. I don't know. I just don't want to do no. I don't have to do any weird shit. Oh, that sounds like a delicious snack. Get some sponsors. Okay, that's a good idea. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad you love my stories. Chilling on the couch, beef jerky and cracklings. That sounds like a delicious combo. What are you drinking on, pineapple? Remember to always think twice. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you have a lot that you've been doing. Okay, good. All right, I'm happy to hear that, friend. All right. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying something out. Okay. What is happening? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm coming. Yeah. Um, I'm not using it on the oven, so I guess I don't need. Okay. I got all kind of stuff going on, y'all. How's everybody doing? Please make sure you say hello. I'm here to talk about the telephone booth part 2 is finally available for free ebook download. I haven't recorded the audio yet. Um, can y'all hear me? Okay, awesome. Hello there, IO 3581. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Does anyone have any good news to share? I don't want to talk about nothing crazy. Oh Lord, these people are everywhere, huh? It's not raining. Is the rain gone for the day? For the week? Oh, it's more coming tomorrow. All right. Y'all don't just sit in here watching. I need y'all to say hello. Make sure y'all engage. Say something good. Share some good news. Ask a question. Ask a question if you don't have any good news to share, or just simply say hello. The point here is to engage and for me to let everyone know that the telephone booth part 2 is available for free ebook download because you guys support me so much. I decided to just go ahead and let it come out for free because I know, some of us can't afford even $5. So trust me, I can relate. Um, if you missed part one, hey there, my baby, how are you? Did you see the thank you video I did or the post I made thanking y'all for y'all support? If y'all missed it, there's a live video where I mention people's names. Um, and I made a post on my YouTube page thanking everybody. Um, so many of y'all show up for me and I really appreciate it. Y'all do not hesitate. And I wanted to just kind of thank y'all in the open. Um, but also, the telephone booth part 2 is available for free ebook download. I'm going to work on the audio version of it. Yes. I'm okay. I am okay. I'm hanging in and hanging on the best way I possibly can. The best way I possibly can, my baby. Yes. How do you get it, Kathy? I don't know if the link is active. Let me see. Kathy, see if you could click this link. I don't know if the link is active or not. If it's not, let me know. But you can find it on my YouTube page. You can find it on my other social media. It's been a doozy the last couple of weeks, but I'm making it do what it do. Listen, you got to do what you got to do. And the only thing that's keeping me off the pole in the corner right now is the fact that I'm fat and tired and perimenopausal. So that's the only two things that's keeping me from being out there doing what I got to do. I'm prepared to start a new role. Okay, that's amazing. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Okay, wait. Let me find my hand claps. Let me find my hand claps. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm figuring. I'm here. We go. Applause to you, my baby. Applause to you. That is awesome. You are welcome. Listen, I'm trying to utilize all these little buttons. Okay, good, Kathy. It should take you. I have a couple of free items on that page. So just go to I don't know if it says store or shop, either one, but you'll see the things that say free and go ahead and download it. But the telephone booth part 2, I hope y'all enjoy it. This Wednesday is my 26th wedding anniversary. Well, hand claps for Pineapple and Janet, y'all. 26 years. That is amazing. That is amazing. I don't know if I should call your whole name like I normally do, Lady Gemini, or if you want to be known as Lady Gemini. I don't want to put you on the spot. But you know I got the urge. You know I got the urge to do it. You are welcome, my friend. I wish you and Janet the absolute best. The absolute best. Y'all are two of my most favorite people in the whole wide world. So I am so glad. Tiffany Ashley Brown. And I'm moving my head to the side like I'm all sassy, Tiffany Ashley Brown, because that's what you got to do when you say it, okay? In fact, I think when I was on the live reading your name, I think I did when I was on the live reading your name, I think I did it like that, if I'm not mistaken. Cause you just can't help it. You just can't help it, child. Congratulations, Kathy. 30 years. Wow. Wow. You chuckle every time. Ah, that is amazing. So what's the new position, Lady Gemini? Just it's still in the same field, of course, but just is it like a supervisor, managerial position? Are you moving more into the administrative side, or are you still like, you know, um client facing role? If you can share, just keep it, simple. Hopefully that new position comes with a nice pay raise and some great benefits. And if y'all are just joining us, please say hello. Don't just come in here and sit and lurk. We are an interactive community. So I'm moving from crisis to intake special. Okay, okay, okay. That is good. Crisis. You think crisis, that just sounds so traumatizing. Which I mean, working in the social work field, everything is can be traumatizing, but hopefully it's a little less stressful for you. Hopefully. Hopefully it's a little less stressful. It's more of a lateral move, but I'll be learning how to diagnose. Okay, good, good. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay. Crisis was stressful, so this will be somewhat of a relief. Okay, good. I'm happy to hear that. That is wonderful. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. I have a work from home job interview on, I think, Thursday. I'm hoping and praying that I get something. I had two interviews last week, so I'm currently working on my 3,000 hours for full licensure as a counselor. Okay, check you out. Check you out, Tiffany Ashley Brown. Check you out. Baby, I'm trying to figure out. Yep, making those power moves. Always told me, be careful who you love. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. My nephew is upstairs watching my nephew is upstairs watching the Michael Jackson movie. How y'all doing? I'm on TikTok live too, y'all. I'm here promoting my new ebook. I really got to figure out this whole social media shit. And that's the part he was just on too, Lady Gemini. He up there getting down, baby. I transport special needs for 6 years now. Oh, Kathy, that's wonderful. Hello, everyone on TikTok Live. How are you doing? Oh, you know what? I forgot. I got this. So you was right on time with that. You was right on time with that. Uh, why the hell can't you turn the camera off on TikTok? No, no. Background. Here we go. Anyway, to add to my business, I have a 2-day training to be a trainer. Oh wow. You have a lot happening, ma'am. You have a lot happening. But once you find something you love, that's what it is. And you're gonna do whatever you need to do. That's on June 2nd and 3rd. Okay. Oh, there you go. I knew I had it right here. I knew I had it. Uh, You're just a girl who thinks that I am the one. Baby, now you got me singing this stuff. Now you got me singing this stuff. Let me read some of this story to y'all so I can encourage y'all to go and download it. I'm just going to read the first part because, listen, I need y'all to. I'm always talking to people about suicide, so now I'll learn how to teach people how to assess for lethal means. That's a good subject matter, Lady Gemini, to talk about unaliving, self unaliving. Um, because how do you really know a person is serious? Oh, thank you, Sean. Listen, y'all got to work with me because I'm trying to figure out how to do all of these things. I'm trying to become better, versed in using these things and expanding my audience and trying to learn and figure out what people want to see, what do people want to hear. I need to find my tribe. Like, I've come to YouTube and I found my tribe. And I know a lot of people want to hear, the spooky stories and stuff like that, and I'm good with that. I'm a storyteller. I'm okay with that. But I also want to share who I am as a person. But before anything, I am a writer. Like, that is my first love, and I'm trying to find my way back to that. So I'm figuring it out. So, Sean, I appreciate that you are here with me both on TikTok and YouTube because I'm trying, as an almost 50-year-old woman, I am trying to figure this out. I also want to, um, show other people that just because, hey there, oh, Coco Justice. Okay, Sean, I see you. I also want to, I just followed you back. I didn't realize I wasn't following you, but now I know who you are. But I want to show other people, fuck, whatever you want to do it. Whatever you want to do it. Oh, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose, Sean. Right, that is a tough subject matter, but since I talk about it every day, it's not taboo for me. I constantly post things on TikTok to educate others on mental health. Do I follow you on TikTok? What's your name on TikTok, Lady Gemini, so I can make sure I'm following you? I'm still getting the hang of I'm still getting the hang of TikTok too, how to do all of that. But I tried twice in my lifetime to unalive myself. And technically there was a third time, but I wasn't like the other two times, like I was actively like trying. The third time I had, the intentions on doing so. I was at the location I was going to do it at, but I like, had taken a moment to sit down. What? Live visibility restricted for 10 minutes. Your live is not eligible for recommendation. Restricted in search results for the next 10 minutes. Comply with the For You feed eligibility requirements. What? Whatever that means. Um, but yeah, I wasn't actively trying the third time, but I had gone to the location. I left my keys in the car, I left my shoes in the car, my purse, everything. And I was just sitting down, just kind of watching and waiting for the right moment because there were other people around. And I didn't want anybody to try to stop me. So I've tried more times than I cared to count. I'm in a much better place now. Did it without medical professionals or medication. I've learned what my triggers are. Thank God, Pineapple. Thank God you're still here with us. Thank God you are still here with us. It's not something that I have a desire to do, but has the thought come into mind? Yes. The thoughts have come into mind quite a bit. And I think at this point, in my life, I just look at it differently because yeah, I know, Pineapple. I know. I know. Trust me, I'm glad you're still here. But I understand. I understand why. And it used to I see you, Sean. Thank you. I used to look at those kinds of thoughts and people who did those types of things. I used to look at it in a different way. And it used to make me angry. And I used to think that it was such a selfish thing for people to do. But then the older I got and the more experience I began having in life, I understood and I realized, how dare I get mad at a person for not wanting to suffer anymore? How dare I get mad at a person for not wanting to struggle anymore? People just want peace. And sometimes for some people, living is pain. Sometimes living is pain. And I'm not gonna be mad at a person for not wanting to be in pain anymore. I man, listen. I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now in this very moment. I'm gonna be completely honest. The last excuse me, couple of years from for me have been very difficult. The last few months for me have been a serious, serious struggle. A serious struggle. And I have had the thought of, it would be great to just lay down and not wake up again. It would be great to just lay down and not wake up again and just be at peace and not have to worry about how you're going to buy groceries, how you're going to keep a roof over your head, how you're going to pay this bill, how are you going to take care of this, how are you going to take care of that? Because I'm fucking drowning right now. So I've definitely had the thought that it would just be so peaceful to just lay down and don't wake up no more. Is that the same thing as, actively wanting to do it? I don't know, but I mean, certainly the thoughts are there, and I'm not going to deny it, you know, but it's definitely something more of us need to discuss. It's definitely something more of us need to discuss. So I appreciate you, Kathy, Tiffany Ashley Brown. I appreciate you for taking on the task of making a safe space for people to open up and talk about it. You are doing a beautiful thing for so many people. And I hope you know that. I hope you realize that because it's a hard thing for people to talk about. People feel ashamed, and it's okay. My adult son's guardian. I'm my adult son's guardian. He struggles with childhood trauma. Mental health is serious. Yes, it is, Sean. It's a very real thing. It's very serious. Passive suicidal ideation. Okay, that's what it's called. Thank you, Lady Gemini. Thank you. Um, it is hard to stay positive in a world where you feel like everything is falling to pieces. Which I mean, you want to be honest, things are falling to pieces. Shit is fucked up. Things are terrible right now because people don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. You have a group of people trying to make life miserable for everybody. They are the definition of cutting off your nose to spite your face because they're destroying everybody else but destroying themselves in the process. Because ain't nobody gonna make it out this bitch. None of us. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much technology you got. Ain't nobody gonna make it out this motherfucker alive. It doesn't work that way. And I always tell y'all, what you do in this life, you got to pay for in the next. You got to pay for on the other side. It's my pleasure, Pineapple, because trust me, you didn't kept me hanging on more times than you realize. And I think that's important. We talk about romantic relationships. People focus on romantic relationships, but we need friendships. We need to cultivate our friendships because those are the people that save us. Those are the people who are there when we are struggling. Even if it's just one person, that's all you need is one person. You don't need a whole bunch of people. But we need to cultivate our friendships too, because these are the people that we lean on when we are in need, when we suffer, when we struggling, when we can't express what we're feeling and we just want somebody to sit with us and listen or just cry with us. Friendships are important because those are the people, those friendships will be the people who keep us grounded, keep us on our feet, and keep us going from one day to the next. Even if it's a four-legged friend. I know a lot of people who stick around just for their pets alone. Because that dog or that cat or that duck or whatever it is always there for them. That's why you got so many people who are willing to go homeless rather than give up their pets. And I understand that too. But you got to find something. You got to find something that's going to help you hold on. Yes, that's right, mommy. You can't live in the world alone. You're always going to need somebody. Somebody. Kathy, I do my best to do things that make me smile. I have moments where I cry, but I do have a close circle that I talk to. I have a therapist too. Don't ever think a therapist isn't in therapy. Amen to that. A good therapist has a therapist. You need to put that on a shirt. You need to put that on a shirt, my baby. A good therapist has a therapist. And so many times we don't think about the emotional pain that people are in. We don't we don't take the time to say, yes, put it on a shirt. I promise you it'll be popular. Put it on a shirt and sell it. People will buy it. But that's why it's so important to be kind. That's why it's so important to be compassionate. That's why it's so important to be considerate, even to people who don't give it in return. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Men and boys need to vent. My brother, my son, my daughter, and me were all molested by the same family friend. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Sean. I hope that person is rotting in hell. I hope they are rotting in hell. But I have come to realize too, you would be in prison. Yeah, probably not. They'd have probably took it easy on you. But it's okay. Like I say, everything you do in this life, you got to answer for. You got to answer for. Straight up. Whether it's 2 years from now or 20 years from now, you will face consequences. But it's important, again, that we understand, especially in these times, that people are in a great deal of emotional pain, mental distress. And we should not take anything personally. We should not internalize the things that people say to us because it's a result of their own suffering. He is suffering from dementia. Oh, good. Good. I hope he's tortured every day in his mind and in his body. God is good. Yes, Lady Gemini, you made a vow to keep your mental health in check. Amen to that. Amen to that. Trauma is a trauma is a something that we don't discuss in a I don't want to say in a delicate manner. But when the subject of trauma comes up, it's always because of something, it's always because of something in some aggressive manner. It's always in some type of almost forced. And let me not say always, because that's not true. That's not true. But I feel like if we were more compassionate, like Lady Gemini said, if we were more compassionate, we would have more safe places and more soft spaces for people to go and open up about their trauma. And then people could start to heal at an earlier point in life. And the importance of talking about it also lets other people know, because there are a lot of people who they feel like I'm the only person that has ever experienced this. um Nobody else is going to understand. And that's not true, because there's always somebody who has shared your suffering. Yes, figure it out together. Amen to that. But that's what you have to do, Sean. You got to figure it out together, because it's too much for one person to bear. It's a heavy burden to carry. And it's unfortunate that so many people have lived and suffered. You got people in their 60s, 70s that has, they've lived with trauma and they've never uttered a word about it to anybody else. And man, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, especially in the Black community. We always want to sweep shit under the rug. We always want to tell people, be quiet, or don't say this, or don't say that. Don't say this about the pastor. Religion has a lot to do with that too. Don't say this about the pastor. Keep quiet about this. No, no. Call them out. Tell the truth. And I no longer believe in not speaking ill of the dead. If they were a terrible person, get up there and tell the truth. Be honest about that. Be honest. Who cares? Who cares if you are ruining the reputation of a person who is deceased, that should have been put on blast when it was alive? Yes. And lift the burden, Lady Gemini. Our family would tell us, don't tell what goes on in this house. Mm-mm. 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 Nope. That's not okay. That's right. I'm telling tell you better tell it. You better tell it. You better tell it. Fuck that shit. Excuse my language. Tell the truth and shame the devil, like they say. Mm-mm-mm. Me telling when I was in high school is what saved me from the beatings I was getting. Wow. 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 That just ooh, Tiffany, that just I felt that in my soul, baby. Hey Joanne, how are you? How are you, Joanne? What do you think about the government letting out what they know about aliens? Mommy, I love you, but let me say this. Gas is high. People can barely afford to feed themselves. Hey, pretty natural. People cannot get health care. They're poisoning the food. Fuck the aliens. That's how I feel. If I'm going to be honest. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're only talking about this now because they're trying to distract from all this other crazy shit. Now, unless the aliens are here to save us from our government and put us all in better positions, then we could talk about it. But otherwise, fuck y'all too. That's right. The government isn't going to tell you the truth. They sure not. I hear you pretty natural. Me too, baby. I'ma pray for you. I'ma pray for you. Cause it's too much. It's too much. And you try to stay positive. But Lord, when I tell you. And that's why I made the telephone boot part two available to y'all for free. A free ebook download. Cause we in this shit together. We in it together. And we all need something to distract us from what's happening in the world. And if I can do it by creating a story that transports you to another place and another time, then that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do, baby. So y'all go to my site. I have the link in several places. Let me put it here again, as a matter of fact. And do me a favor, share it with people who enjoy reading. I will have it in audio form. The audio form will not be free though, but I will have it in audio form. I know some people don't have time to read. They prefer audio, so I will have it recorded in audio. But I'm struggling right now, but I want to do what I can to lighten the burden on other people. And if a few pages of this ebook takes y'all away for a little while, then I'm happy. But if you didn't read part one, you're gonna be lost for part two. That's all I can tell you. If you didn't read part one, you'll definitely be lost in part two. Go get part one if you can. That's part one is available in ebook and audio form. So one day soon, somebody is gonna approach me to buy one of my stories to turn into a movie, a series, or something. One of these days, they are going to approach me with a deal that's gonna change my life. And I promise you all, I am going to take that and I'm going to do my absolute best to give back to the world. I absolutely will. I want to buy land and create a pet friendly compound for me and my friends. Just place for us to live where we don't never have to worry about being put out. I want to create a community where elderly people can come and live, but also be in close proximity to younger folks who can keep an eye on them, do their grocery shopping, take them to their appointments. I want it to be a cooperative community to where we're all taking care of each other. Because let's be honest, that's the only way we're going to make it out of the predicament that we are in. We have to take care of each other. Sean, I'm gonna let you know when I do my other ones. I put um I put Womantown up on YouTube for free. That's just like a little 30-minute short story. But I put it up on YouTube for free for people to listen to that. Um but yeah, the only two audios I have available now. Thank you so much, Sean. I appreciate that. That truly that listen, to hear y'all say that, because I love writing, I love storytelling. I absolutely love it. My first love before I had children, before I was in a relationship. Writing is and always was my first love. And y'all are allowing me to get back into it, to get back to it. And man, let me tell you, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. No matter what else is going on in life, I'm grateful that I can come to this space and do that. So thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. What's up, Mo? What's up, Cuzzo? Mo, you gotta go get the phone booth part two. It's a free ebook download, Mo. You might prefer audio, but I haven't done the audio yet. But anybody you know that likes to read, please send them the link and tell them download the book. It's free. Tell them let it take them away for a little while. I mean, if they don't have part one, they're not gonna understand part two. But they can still read part two if they want to. But how you been, Mo? How's you and your lady? Thank you, Cuzzo. I appreciate you. My family had tons of land in South Georgia and purchased manufactured homes, and they're all neighbors. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. My friend Pineapple is gonna do the same thing in Nevada. Pineapple, excuse me, I do not remember the name of the town, but he's gonna call it Pineapple Town, and he's gonna establish something there. Taking care of the kids. You got to take care of the kids. You got to take care of the kids. Because that's the ones that's got to take care of you when you old. That's good, Mo. Tell your lady I said hello. I hope she's doing well. Do something nice for her, Mo. Get her some flowers. Surprise her with some fresh flowers. And tell her thank you for all she do for keeping you in line. My relationships. Oh Lord, Sean. 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 Y'all don't want to hear about some of the listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna make me get on here. I got my bonnet on. Y'all about to make me get on here and really get tell y'all some shit. Somebody last week we were talking about it, and I said it would have to be Fat Girl Freestyle After Dark because, excuse me, y'all, I'm still trying to get over this cold. Mo, you not ready. Look, let me turn the light on. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm looking terrible, but I'm about to turn my camera on. I look crazy. I look crazy, y'all. Yeah, Sean, a lot of people snooze on the manufactured houses, but them bitches are nice. They are nice. They are very nice. Mo say he want to hear about the freaky tales. I can't give too much detail on I can't give too much detail on the freaky tales. I can't. Cause YouTube will ban me. But what I can tell y'all is I have not always been, you know, the sweet, nice person. I haven't. And when I was last engaged, which was years ago, I'm about to tell you, Sean. I'm about to stick around for a minute more. I'm about to tell you something. These men are mental. I had one guy finally ask me on a date that said it's just a bite to eat. I said, "Oh, I thought you liked me." This nigga said, "Oh well, what are you looking for?" I said, "Never mind." What? What you say, Mo? You could tell. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Auntie did a lot back in the G. Okay. One thing I did was made sure I had fun. Anything I ever wanted to do when it came to a man, a woman, smecks, I did it. Okay? I did it. Didn't turn nothing down. And my motto was, I'll try anything at least once. And I did. But what you say, what you say, what you say, Tiffany? Let me get my popcorn. So let me tell y'all this. A serious note. Serious note. I was engaged. This was many years ago. The last time I was engaged. This was before my 12-year relationship. Um, I was engaged and I discovered that he was the lowest of the low because he had started messaging his ex-girlfriend's teenage daughter. What you said, pineapple? I'm selling popcorn for people reading the comments. So, you know, I had to I had first of all I had to let his ex-girlfriend know this man trying to fuck with your teenage daughter. And then ba- then I broke it off with him. But I had to think about it. And I was in tears, I was crying, like I was in shambles when I found this shit out. But I had to think about it. After a little while, I had to talk to myself. I said, bitch, do you know some of the shit you done did in your life? And you crying your eyes out about this man? Do you know some of the shit you have done? So, yeah, don't feel sorry for me. Cause there was one, and I've talked about this before. It's been a while though. But there was one guy I used to date. I used to call him Pie. Pie pursued me for 6 months. 6 months. I ain't giving him no pussy. I said, well, that was at a time where I was like, well, if you really want to be with me, it can't be about sex. Pie pursued me for 6 months, and he finally got me. Okay. So me and Pi was good. Used to see each other every day, hang out every day. Pi had a sister. Pi had a sister. I started fucking with his sister. And when I mean fucking with his sister, I mean taking her out to lunch, getting down with her, all that behind his back. Yeah, Sean, I was. I'm trying not to go there. I'm trying not to go there. Again, I'm trying to be good. But I was fucking with Pi and I was fucking with his sister at the same time. And, eventually you are going to get caught. And this is what I need cheaters to know. Eventually you are going to get caught. I don't care how long you've been getting away with the bullshit, you gonna get caught. It could be 10 years. But just know eventually the truth is gonna come out. But I was fucking him, I was fucking his sister. And I was just having fun. I was young. I was in my early 20s. I was having a good time. Um, but her baby daddy found out. How he found out, I don't know. Cause me and her was at it for months. 4 months. And I mean hot and fucking heavy. And her baby daddy found out. Well, one day I had taken her somewhere. I don't remember where I had taken her. But we pulled up to the house. Because she lived with her brother and her mama. Okay? And we pull up. What you say, Lady Gemini? Lord have mercy. I will more. I'm gonna have to put some pictures of me up from back in the days. Um, but her baby daddy was on the porch, Pi was on the porch. And boy, I'm coming up the street and I could see the look on their face. I knew they knew. And she was like, Lord. She was like, what is going on? I said, girl, I said, look, I'm not coming in. I said, I'm not even getting out the car. I said, I'm gonna let you out. And I didn't even stop directly in front of the house because I wasn't sure if they were both gonna run up on me or what. Because her baby daddy was pissed. So I pull up and he started yelling, bitch, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass, bitch. And I'm like, oh Lord. I'm like, please hurry up and get out the car. Please hurry up and get out the car. And then Pi started yelling from the porch, cursing me out. And they both was like, bitch, you come around here again, and we both gonna fuck you. I was like, oh Lord. I said, please, just go ahead. But my stupid ass, I'm driving off and I'm waving, talking about bye, laughing, thinking the shit funny. I could have got my ass beat that day. I could have seriously gotten into some trouble that day. It's crazy. Crazy. But again, I was young. I was having fun. I did what the fuck I wanted to do. Do I recommend it? No, I do not. Who is it? DoorDash. Oh, you might be for next door, baby. Oh, all right. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I didn't order no damn DoorDash. No, Pie wasn't. Pie was still getting the pie though. Pie was still getting the pie. Hold on, y'all. Oh, she ought to do that. All right. So that was that scenario. And you would have thought that I'd have learned my lesson. But listen, let me tell y'all something. And I hope they ain't got no young people on here. But I I used to do some crazy shit. There was one time. Yes. Hey, your sister sent you food. Oh my! Oh, you can leave it on a chair. Thank you. Yeah, I'm coming. Thank you. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hit tight. Sit tight. Sit tight. My sister sent me food, y'all. Oh, I'm so grateful. All right. So look, not to that level, pineapple. Not to that level. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Ashley, thank you. I appreciate it so very much. I'm grateful. I will pineapple. Um, but now this is something serious, y'all. This is a serious part. So full transparency. I used to sell pussy. That's just what it is. It wasn't I was out on a street corner kind of thing. It wasn't one of those. But if you was fucking with me, it was strictly, I know what you want. This is what I need. Straight up. This is what I need. So there was one time. And Pineapple, you was with me. We were at Joe's having lunch one day. Either lunch or dinner, I can't remember, but we were at Joe's one day. And he came in. And I think I told you briefly where I knew the guy from. But anyway, lived in a town called Boutique, which is maybe like you remember, okay, well, this is who this story is about. Boutique is maybe a 40-minute ride from me. It's another little town in Louisiana. So, we hooked up, connected, met or whatever. We talking. He's like, come see me. The usual spiel. I know what you looking for. This the deal. I'm not coming if cash is not involved. Okay, no problem, babe. I got you. He was in trucking or something. So I go to Boutique. I park my car. Listen, pretty natural. I'm not mad at you, baby. If they want something, you want something too. And that's how it need to be. Ain't nothing for free. Nothing. Because love don't pay the electric bill. So it's fine. There's no shame. Oh, Lord, it's Tristan. What you say, Stinky Bug?
Hey, ma, I'm just calling. I wanna it's like crazy because I'm so stupid. I sit up there and delete shit. Like I make sure not to delete my dad's shit because his shit way down there.
All right, y'all, I'm back. Thank y'all for waiting so patiently. Um, Tristan was having a moment. Um, where did I leave off? Hey, Lyra, you sent me a message on Instagram, Facebook. Where'd you send a message? Where did I leave off, y'all? So I know we talked about money. I told him if I had to go to boutique to see him, make sure. Oh, so I drive to boutique. This one I was finished talking about pie. I'm talking about the guy. Thank you, Kendra. And thank you for your support the other day, Kendra. I appreciate you. Go download your copy of the Telephone Booth Part 2. It's out. I released it yesterday. No, pineapple. I talked about pie already. I'm talking about the guy that we saw when we were at Joe's that day, and I told you I used to fuck around with him. Anyway, booty call. Yes, thank you. That's who he is. So he lived not too far from the Walmart. So he was like, "Park your car by the Walmart." This one I had my gold what I was driving. My Grand Marquis. I had my gold Grand Marquis. So I park by Walmart. He comes and picks me up because he lives like in a gated community or whatever. So we go. He brings me to his house. To his house. Okay. Go inside. There's a guy coming down the stairs. And I'm just kind of like, what's going on here? And he's just like, what's up, bro? And the dude's like, yeah, what's up? So the guy just kind of come down the stairs, go about his business. And I'm like, I was like, I said, I didn't realize you had company. He said, oh, that's not company. He said, that's my wife's brother. He lives here with us. I said, wait, what? He said, yeah, I'm married. He said, this my house, me and my wife's house. I figured, because he wasn't no young man. Yes, thank you, Kendra. I'm gonna work on the audio. But he's like, yeah, this is me and my wife's house. I'm like, okay. Then he takes me further in because we were by the garage part, almost like towards the garage and like a little hallway or whatever. You would think I would say, oh no, bring me back to my car, right? I didn't say that because I was a trifling bitch. I didn't say bring me back to my car. I proceeds to follow him through the house. Pictures of him and his wife from their wedding, pictures of them on vacations, just all over the place. I'm still there. Okay. But wait, it gets worse. So he takes me to the bedroom. It's their bedroom. The bed that him and his wife share. And me, I'm like, you and your what? This your wife? You and your wife bedroom? Is it? Got busy in the bed that the man shared with his wife. Tow it the fuck down. Okay? In his marital bed. In his marital bed. And then when we finished, I had the nerve to go and freshen up in the bathroom that him and his wife shared. Not not even a separate front room, Kendra. Not a guest bedroom, not the sofa. the bedroom he shared with his wife. Not only that, I'm hanging around the fucking house like I live there. Okay? So, because he's like, I'm about to make some lunch. He said, come on, stay. He said, I'm going to fix you something. He said, I got your money. He said, but let me make you something to eat. He went to frying shrimp, frog legs, fish. Like he had a whole little spread he was fixing. Then one of his good friends come over. I'm like, nigga. I said, you got all these. I said, first of all, your brother-in-law lives here. He said, nah, me and my brother-in-law got to understand it. He said, he ain't going to say nothing. I promise you. I said, your friend come in. He said, my friend ain't going to say nothing either. He said, I got it like that. Trust me. So I'm hanging out at this married man's house, at the house that he shares with his wife, very obviously shares with his wife. I done fucked him in his marital bed, did all kind of nasty shit with him, freshened myself up in their bathroom, and went and proceeded to sit my ass down at the table while he fixed me lunch. And he did give me money too, of course, because I already told y'all. Back in the days, you wasn't getting in my pussy if you wasn't giving me no money. Wasn't happening. If you wasn't coming with no cash, you wasn't getting no ass. And that's just straight up. And that went for if you was white, black, Latino, whatever. So we finished the business. I was there for probably 3-4 hours just hanging out. Um, and of course he brought me back to my car and we sitting there talking and he's, running it down to me. He owns a trucking company, he make a lot of money. He's looking for a regular side bitch, blah, blah, blah. I think I talked to him a few times after that, but it didn't go anywhere because he kept wanting me to come to his house. And I told him, I said, look, I did it one time. I said, I'm not really comfortable with that. I said, because you just never know. You never know who's going to show up. And I don't want to be in that kind of situation. Because, she could pull out a gun or anything. Well, she has a right to do so. It's her house. And I'm there. I'm a stranger. She don't know me. So I just didn't want to put myself in any type of situation to where, an altercation could happen. But, and let me say this too. I've always been fat. This is the heaviest I've ever been, but I've always been a big girl. Even when I was younger, I was like 180, 200 pounds. But I've always been a big girl for the most part. Don't let that stop you from nothing. I know a lot of women feel like because they big, you know, certain things that they can't ask for, certain things they don't deserve, they shouldn't be. Nah, nah, it don't matter. Just like a nigga want some pussy, you better start putting your hand out and say, I need some money. One don't have nothing to do with the other. And if he wants you, he gonna give you exactly what you asking for. So don't let it stop you. Just a little piece of advice, because it never stopped me. Guaranteed. Like I said, you wouldn't get with me if you wasn't paying. Call it a hoe, call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. Prostitution, slut, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that's what the fuck it was. And I have no shame in it. But yes, Pineapple is married to a big girl. He is definitely a big girl lover. Genuine. But I couldn't feel, I had to stop feeling sorry for myself when I got fucked over because I had put all this karma out into the world. That wasn't the only married man I fucked with. At one time, I only wanted you if you was married because I didn't want a full-time relationship. I have carried on a lot of affairs with married men. A lot. And I thought it was okay because I didn't want a relationship. I wasn't trying to be a home wrecker. So I thought it was okay for me to deal with men who are either married or in relationships. See, after Katrina, when all those contractors and shit was in the city rebuilding, the construction company, man, I made so much fucking money. I made so much fucking money. It was crazy. It was crazy. White men too. White men. There was a white dude that lived in Lakeview I used to fuck with. And when his wife would go out of town, she would take the kids, go out of town. I'd go over to his house and me and him would handle business. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. One thing I can honestly say about white men, they some freaking motherfuckers. I done been with some black dudes that, had some kinks, but y'all white men take it to a whole nother fucking level. Okay? Let me just say. But I can also say that it's interesting. It's been some interesting stuff. I've been the gamut 5'9" and anywhere from 115 to 262 through the years. Yeah, this is the heaviest I've ever been. But like I said, I've always been heavy. I've never, as a teenager, I was like 180, between 180 and 200 pounds. But these white men are something else. Let me tell you. But it's interesting. I even had a older Caucasian gentleman. He had implants in his penis. This was when they used to put the. It was like the two tubes they used to insert, and the inflatable, the part that you pump was in the nutsack, and I used to press the button and pump it up. Hmm. Yep. 145, 26, currently holding at 240, trying to get down to 200. In my defense, I'm 6'3", so I carry relatively well, but I want to be slimmer. Yeah. I understand pineapple. As we get older, it's best to, have less to carry around. Would you say pineapple? Don't be telling all my business. Hey, you're still my best guy from pineapple. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I've had some experiences. I have. Yeah, I have. I've done a lot, y'all. And some stuff I have to be careful with because I don't want to be too graphic, especially on YouTube. I don't want to do too much. Maybe I'll write a book for y'all one day. Maybe I'll write a book for y'all one day. But I've had affairs with married women, you know. Yeah, I like it all. Would you say, Kendra, book, 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 book? Let me tell you something. While I do find myself more attracted to masculine presenting women, not necessarily studs, so to speak, but just women who are more masculine in like their dress, but you know that they're women. Um, you can't be a touch me not around me. Like you can't be with me and tell me I'm not gonna get no pussy, cause that don't happen like that. You munching on me, bitch, I'm gonna munch on you too. Now, I will say with women, I am more aggressive in the bedroom. I can't say that. Sometimes with men, but it all depends. It all depends. Um, but I remember there was one time, and I was dating a girl at this time But I also, what you say, Sean? We need the after dark. We gonna have to do it more often. We gonna have to do it more often. But there was one time I was dating a girl, and I was also dating a guy. Of course, he was married. I was in my early 20s. This man was damn near 50. So anyway, I was riding with my girlfriend. I'm like, look, I said I gotta go meet somebody. I said, do you want to come with me? No more. I wasn't listen, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn. But when I tell you, when I tell you, if I saw something, that's why I tell you, big girls, it don't let your size stop you from nothing. Because if I saw you and I wanted you, I got you. Okay? I got you. If I wanted you, I found you attractive, I got you, baby. And you could tell me, oh, I'm about to tell you, stick around, Mo. I'm about to tell you about this nigga that I used to fuck with who insisted he didn't like big girl, had never dated a big girl, didn't like big girls, want fucking with no big girl. I said, okay, no problem. I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you. Because to me, at that time, that was a challenge. He was writing a play. In fact, he lived in Baton Rouge, Mo. He lived in BR because I used to have to go drive to him. He was writing a play, and I used to write plays too. So we connected on that level. You know, he wanted like some guidance and stuff like that. So, and I thought he was cute, but he had a part in the play. I don't know what I was about to talk about before this. Oh, me and the girl and the older dude. I'm gonna get back to that. Let me tell this story first, and then I'm gonna get back to me and the girl and the older dude. So he had a part in a play where the girl, it was a fat girl, but the way he wrote it, it was like people were making fun of her, they were poking fun at her, you know. It was just, I didn't like the way he wrote it, so we had a conversation about it because I wanted him to change it a little bit. And that's how we got on the subject of he don't like fat girls. I said, so this is your perception of us, you know, whatever. So he talking all his shit, talking about I don't like nothing over 140. I said, okay. But it was more of a challenge. I'm gonna prove a point to you kind of thing than it was me really liking him and wanting to be with him. So I said, I'm gonna show him. So like the third or fourth time we met up, I put on my best outfit, did my hair, put on a little lipstick, made sure I smelled good. Cause see, that's where you get them at, ladies. That's where you get them at. Smell good. Okay. As soon as he opened that door, he saw me, he smelled me. He was like, I saw the thoughts. Saw the thoughts coming to his mind. I say, step one. Step one. Step two. We get in, we talking, you know, we talking about the part that he has written for this big girl. And so I start turning the conversation, asking him questions. Well, you know, do you think it's any different being you a dirty? Love me anyway, Mo. Love me anyway. Okay? Love me anyway. So I thought, you know, I said, well, what do you think it's like being with a big girl? I said, because, you know, we can do all of the same things. I say, in fact, it's better because we softer. It's more to it. You know, just all I said, you can stretch us out, bend us up. You know, I'm just talking all kind of shit, getting them curious. And he like, Kim, what you talking about? I say, you want me to show you? I said, do you want me to show you? I showed him. I let him stretch me 12 ways from Sunday. Anything he wanted to do, I let him do. Okay? But I did it on purpose. This was part of the plan. And my hair was long at the time. He wanted to pull my hair. He wanted to straight, like he was trying to show me his power in the bedroom, basically. And everything he sent my way, I took it. I took it. I went back again after that first encounter. He called me. I didn't talk to him for a couple of days, but he was calling me. So finally I answered the phone. He was like, "Ooh, girl." He was like, "Look, I need you to come back." He was like, "I need you to come back." I ain't gonna tell you because I talk a lot of shit when I'm in that mode too. I ain't gonna tell y'all the stuff I was saying, but the conversation, you know what I'm talking about, Kendra. I had a good time. I missed out on nothing. I had a good time. um, but I talked a lot of shit too while we was in the act. That's another thing to it. That's why I say it's not about physical appearance. You got to get in the mind. You got to get up here. But anyway, I was talking a whole bunch of shit. And then, of course, I played the game of don't answer the phone for a few days. Let him think about it. So finally I answered. He was like, "I need you to come back." So I went back one more time. Let him tear it down again. And then I blocked him. And then I blocked him. That was it. I just wanted to prove a point, nigga. I just wanted to show you something. Okay? And I did. And I did. He was leaving voice messages because back then, the block was, well, I mean, I guess like it is today. It's sending you the voicemail. But he was leaving me messages. He was like, he said, "Man, you wrong for this shit." He said, "How you gonna let me fuck you like that and then not talk to me no more?" He said, "Man, you dirty. You dirty." He said, "Man, call me, please." I was listening. I had my girlfriends listening to that shit. It was so fucking hilarious. So fucking hilarious. So that was that experience. Mostly, I ain't never seen this side of it gets real, but I'm old and I'm old. I'm settled. See, I'm okay with being single. I'm okay with being by myself. I didn't have so much action in my life, which I still enjoy sex when I do have it, which has been a while. But I still enjoy it when I do have it. But again, I've done everything I wanted to do. So I've had enough to last me a lifetime. I've had enough action to last me a lifetime. I'm gonna be honest with you. Always safe, always clean. Y'all too reckless these days. That's why I keep my legs closed because people too reckless these days. I like to keep a clean pussy. People do too much these days. But you know, I've done it all. So I'm good. You know, I can't relate to people who have never been open to all these different sexual experiences. I don't judge them, but you missing out. And that's not a lie. You are missing out because the experiences are enjoyable. They are pleasurable. And you could say you've done it at least once, but you got to know you don't like it. You got to do it to know you don't like it. It's how I feel. So anyway, back to when I was younger and I had a girlfriend and we went to see my old ass boyfriend. So I had a plan in my mind. I didn't tell them though, but I had a plan in my mind. So I told her, I said, "Come with me to go see him." I said, "Just drop me off or whatever." She was like, "All right, no problem." Cause again, we two young hoes. She getting money from niggas she fucking with. I'm getting money from niggas I'm fucking with. You know, but we were still together. But anyway, so we go. He had a hotel room on Chef right by the bridge. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's not the roadway in. It's the one next to that. Anyway, um, he had left the door unlocked because he was in the shower. So I told her, I said, "Come on inside with me," because you smoke at the time, smoke weed. I said, "Come inside." I said, "He smoked too." I said, "Let's, we all gonna smoke together." So we go inside. She used to drive a Corsica. This how long ago this was. She used to drive a Corsica. It was blue. Anyway, so we all go inside. He in the shower. Me and her sitting down. She rolling up. We start smoking or whatever. And I told her, I said, "Take your clothes off." She said, "Why?" I said, "Take your clothes off." I said, "I want to eat your pussy." She said, "What about him?" I said, "Don't worry about him." But in my mind, I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't want to give neither one of them a chance to say no, which his old ass, he was nasty. He wasn't going to turn it down no way. So she was like, she was looking at me. I said, "Come on." So eventually she took her clothes off, got in the bed. I mean, the pussy. He come out the shower and he like, "Wait, what's going on?" He like, "Hold up." So I'm like, "You gonna watch or you gonna participate? Choice is yours." So what do you do? My ass is out. So of course he get busy with me while I'm getting busy on her. So then I said, "Well, look," I said, "I'm gonna step out the equation." I said, "I'm gonna let y'all two go at it." And I went and sat at the table, smoked, and watched them two fuck. And then eventually, the three of us got back to it. But that's the kind of shit I used to do, y'all. That's the kind of shit I used to do. He wasn't mad at me, but she was mad at me. Cause she was like, "How you set up a threesome and don't tell me nothing?" All right, Pineapple. Have a good night, my friend. I'm not gonna be on here too much longer because it's 9:42. My food getting cold. I haven't eaten all day. Thank you for spending time with me, my friend. I appreciate you. But I'm not telling y'all no more stories tonight. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. Y'all got enough out of me for right now. For right now. Maybe next time. Maybe next time when we do Fat Girl Freestyle After Dark, I will tell you about after Katrina, all of the encounters I had with these white men. Because when I tell you, white men are wild. Wild. Okay? Wild. But anyway, so yeah. But there's nothing to be ashamed of. This is my life. It's part of my experience. Um, I'll happily talk about it, with anybody. It's the inspiration for some of the spicier stories that I write. But if nothing else, I want to encourage y'all, and of course, do it safely. But I want to encourage y'all, if there's something you want to try, do it. If there's something you're curious about, do it. If you can, watch first. Go to a swingers party, go to a swingers club, walk around and just watch. Check out things, just kind of see. They'll a lot of places will let you watch. You don't have to participate. But I don't believe in being sexually frustrated. I don't believe in letting sexual trauma stop you from enjoying sexual encounters. I don't believe in it. My uncle just got him a young girl in his apartments. He said he saw her walking and got in the bushes and hid. He's 60. Why did he get wait? Sean. What? get in the bushes and hide? Why did he get in the bushes and hide? What the hell was the point of that? I got the most uptight white man ever 38 years ago. I'm sorry, Kendra. I'm sorry. But to me, certain things can be changed, certain things can be worked on, certain things can be relaxed. You just have to start, you have to start simple. You got to start simple. That's how I feel anyway. But I also have a lot of experience. So, you know, but I don't do just missionary. I don't, In fact, my ex, my most recent ex, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I miss my baby, but that was a mean motherfucker. That motherfucker is mean. Anyway, but I miss my baby. That's the one I was with for 12 years. Anyway, um, I used to tell him, I say, I want to try something. And his response was always, oh shit. But he never said no. And we had a great time. We had a great time. He said she wore him out. Of course. 60 years old, she 26, probably bouncing up and down on him. That man was probably holding on for dear life. Not this one. Oh no, I tried for years. I'm so sorry, Kendra. I'm so sorry. One thing I will not tolerate is sexual incompatibility. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. Excuse me. You cannot be sexually uptight dealing with me. It's not happening. Because I like to try things. And if you tell me you've never experienced anything before, I'm gonna do my best to make sure you experience it at least one time with me. That's like my ex. One year for his birthday, I had it all planned. I had got two hoes. I told him, I said, I want y'all to give him a massage and a threesome. I said, I'm gonna be there to watch. I said, I don't want to participate. I said, I'm just gonna watch. Had it all set up. Was even gonna have somebody come in and bring a delicious seafood and steak dinner to the hotel room where we were. Had it all planned out. Why this motherfucker tell me he's going to California to pick up a Porsche from the auction? Birthday plans got to be postponed. I canceled that shit so fast. I said, I'm not postponing shit. I said, it's canceled. Totally canceled. Yeah. All that effort. I got him some nice gifts. That nigga said, I'm going to pick up a Porsche in California. I got it for a good price from the auction. Couldn't turn it down. And don't you know, he had nothing but problems with that Porsche? He had nothing but problems with it. He had brought it to the Porsche dealership for them to change the oil or something. And it ended up getting hit in their parking lot. He had nothing but problems with it. I said, that's what you get. I said, because you should have just stayed here for your birthday, had fun with the two holes that I had for you, and called it a day. I said, but go ahead. That's right, Kendra, retribution. The spirits was on my side. And I never planned not another thing for his birthday ever again. Because he had never had a threesome. So I was going to make sure, he had it at least once. And I had taken my time and found these women to make sure it was what he liked. They raggedy, pretty natural. They raggedy as fuck, raggedy, just raggedy. That's why I say, baby, I will never, never, ever treat another man the way I treated him. Never again. Never again. So that's what it is. But y'all, that's all I got for this episode of Fat Girl Freestyle After Dark. Y'all just got me on here looking raggedy, telling y'all all my business. To see the kind of stuff y'all do, is because I love y'all. It's because I love y'all. Just make sure you go and download the telephone booth part 2. It's available for free download. I'm working on the audio version, y'all. You got to give me a couple of days. If you didn't read part 1, go purchase it. It's available for like $5. I don't know. I think I might discount it to encourage people to buy it so they can have both parts and can follow the story. But anyway, part 2 is available for free because y'all support me, y'all love me, you know. What you say, with the buying and everything? I appreciate you, Mo. But listen, before y'all go, let me give you a piece of advice. Mo, you still with me? You still with me, Mo? I need to tell you this. I know an older reserve woman. She treats her husband once a year with a younger college girl, but she doesn't spend the night. She said their love is still strong, married 37 years. And I'm all for that. Listen, I'm all for a man enjoying himself. When we were out, but when we were out, if he saw a woman that he found attractive, look, you want to go talk to her, talk. We there have been many places where we've been and he's talked to women and I was right there. I don't mind because I know where baby, I know where he going at the end of the day. I know where he going at the end of the day. I'm secure in that. He loved me. So there's nothing that's going to change that. Do I believe in the deceitfulness? No, I don't. Don't lie. Don't sneak behind my back. Don't do none of that. Because 9 times out of 10, if you are honest and upfront and truly honest and upfront about what you want, the woman that loves you is going to be okay with it. But you got to do things a certain way. I love you too, Sean. I love you too, my baby. You got to do things a certain way. You have to have a certain level of respect if you are going to do stuff like that. You have to be a man on a certain level in order to be able to do things like that. And I mean, you have to be taking care of business. Don't be no raggedy ass nigga laying around the house, don't have no job, don't take out the trash, don't fix the car, don't change the oil, and don't work, don't do nothing. And you trying to be out here cheating, messing around with other women. That don't work like that, sir. And that's the problem a lot of men have. That's the problem a lot of them have. But when you handling business, you doing what you're supposed to do. You're not being deceitful about shit. You good. But if he saw something he liked, you want to go talk to her, go talk to her. That's fine. Me, I'm good though, because like I said, I've done everything I wanted to do. So I never had that desire to be like, ooh, I see that nigga, I'm gonna go. Nah, that wasn't my thing. Because I had done it already so much. But like I said, we've had those times. You like her, go talk to her. You want to look, she got a nice ass, go look. I have no problem with that. But Mo, this is what I want to tell y'all. This was a game changer for me with my sex life. Coconut oil. Now, I'm sure a lot of y'all already know this already. However, especially for women who, it's all right. You can go back and watch it, the replay, Tiffany Ashley Brown. But coconut oil, especially for women who don't really have a technique when it comes to fellatio, or who don't like completely enjoy it but do it for the pleasure of their husband or their boyfriend, or for women who you need a little help as far as lubrication goes, or if you just want to cut down on the friction when you stroking the pickle, cold pressed unrefined coconut oil, let me tell you something, brings the game to a whole nother level. And I have made the suggestion to a lot of people that I know. It's something that you can introduce to the bedroom, and it's a good time. Okay, it's a good time. Now, for the ladies who, and I have a couple of instructional videos on my Instagram, they pin to the top. For the ladies, you can warm it up if you want to. I suggest hot water, put some in a jar, let it sit in some hot water and melt naturally. Don't put it in a microwave because it's going to kill all the good properties of it. Let it melt either under some running warm water. All right. Good night, my baby. I love you. You have a good one. Thank you for joining us. Let it run under some hot water or sit in some hot water. It's up to you. But let it melt. Okay. Now you don't have to do this. You can let it melt with the heat of your hand. But it really helps if you are not truly into that and you just want to keep your mouth on the head of it. Make sure it is well lubricated with the coconut oil. You don't need a whole lot. Make sure it's well lubricated with the coconut oil so you can keep your mouth focused on the head and use your hand to do the rest. And there's no friction. The oil makes it feel good. It gives it a good sensation. I promise you, it makes a big difference. Even if you're not a woman that goes down like that, you could just use your hands. But it's better than a lot of these regular lubricants because number one is natural, it doesn't have a funny taste, and it's good for your body. Now, please make sure you're not allergic to it first. Don't just go to using it and then you have some kind of outbreak and you coming back here cursing me out. Be responsible, okay? Yes, Kendra, tips from IT. Yes. And like I said, it's good for when you need extra lubrication as a woman. Because I know sometimes medication, perimenopause, menopause, things happen. It's great for that too. Hi, Monica. Just watch the replay, Monica. The replay will be posted, baby. It's okay. The replay will be posted. But I'm going to tell y'all one more story and then I got to go. Okay? One more and then I got to go. So, how I got introduced to the magical elixir that coconut oil is, I already told y'all. I used to be a hoe, a paid hoe. Okay. There was a gentleman and he was a younger guy, contacted me and wanted to spend some time with me. Okay, no problem. So I get to his house, and but thank you for joining me, Monica. I appreciate you for hopping on, my baby. So I get to his house, and of course, I'm all about conversation. I don't ever want to just jump into. Remember the old white doctor teaching how to do oral? Yeah, yeah. um, I don't ever want to just jump into the encounter because I want you to feel at ease. I want to be at ease. We both need to be comfortable. So we had very interesting conversation at first, and then it was time to move on to the bedroom. So of course he had the scene set, And I was shocked because, like I said, he was young. And to say he had this mood set, he had the candles, the lights were low, he had the music playing, like he had the whole little atmosphere was just, it was a vibe. And I was like, wow, I was like, oh my goodness. I said, I didn't expect. And that's when he told me, he's like, I hang around a lot of older dudes. I listen to stuff that they say. And he was like, plus I like older women. So I was like, oh, this is nice. I said, this is beautiful. Um, so we both proceed to get naked. Again, big girls. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all are so worried about what you look like naked. I promise you, the man ain't worried about nothing but your ass, your titties, and your pussy. He's not looking for your stomach. He's not looking at the rolls on your back. He's not looking at none of that. He's focused on them three things. You more worried about what you look like naked than he is. But anyway, I mean, unless he's a man that's into some back rolls and some stomach and shit, it's a different story. But I'm just saying overall. But he was one of them types. He was into the female body, regardless of what it looked like. So he's like, lay on the bed. So he pulls out this jar and it's this clear liquid. I said, what is that? He says, coconut oil. He said, I melt it. He said, I keep it. He said, I have it in liquid form. He says it's warm. He explained to me how he melted it under the water or whatever. He's like, it feels good, I promise. He said, just let me give you a massage. Baby, he poured that coconut oil over me. I was on my stomach, so he poured it on my back because he was rubbing my back first. Baby, he poured that coconut oil over my body and went to rubbing. That shit felt so good. Man, it was immaculate. You hear me? So then he tells me turn over to my front, lay on my back. So he pours some more on my front and he's rubbing it on me. And then he pours some on him and he rubs it all over him. Then he lays on me and he starts sliding against me with his whole body, like massaging me with his whole body. And he told me turn over again. And he added some more coconut oil and he started sliding up against me again. When I tell you, to this day, that was the most sensual experience I have ever had. It was wonderful. Just that lead up into the real action made a huge difference. So, if you have a partner, I suggest you try that. Lube yourself up, lube them up, and just slide up against each other. It is so sensual. Man. Whew. I'm having flashbacks. I'm having flashbacks. Y'all got me having flashbacks. Be good now. Be good. I came here to talk about my free ebook, The Telephone Booth Part 2, and to encourage people to go get the free ebook download. If you don't have Part 1 of The Telephone Booth, go buy it, please. In fact, I'm going to put my link right here. You can find all my audio stories, all my ebooks at this link right here. Y'all go check it out, especially if you love like paranormal, supernatural stories. But I made it available for free to my tribe, to anybody who wants it, because y'all always support me. Y'all always show me love. And I greatly appreciate y'all. I wanted to do something for y'all. So there you go. Listen, it's 10:04. Y'all done got Fat Girl Freestyle After Dark for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Well, not the whole thing has been Fat Girl Freestyle After Dark, but you didn't have me on here for 2 hours and 30 minutes. And we didn't excuse me, talked about so much stuff. Y'all go watch the replay. The whole live will be posted. Mo, cuz, get that coconut oil. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. I love you, cuz. I'm going to see you soon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time. I appreciate you. I appreciate every one of you. And when I tell you I love you, I mean that from my soul. I love you. I'll catch up with y'all next time. Have a good night. And remember, what stays here, what happened here, stays here. Okay? I'm just playing. I don't care. Share the live when it's posted. Love y'all. Bye.